How many of you know deep down you're capable of more, yet you keep tripping over your own excuses, your own fears, your own doubts? You say you want success, but your habits say otherwise. You want happiness, but you keep choosing the same toxic patterns. Let me tell you something. The enemy isn't out there. It's not the economy. It's not your boss. It's not the world. It's you. And the good news, if you're the problem, then you're also the solution. Starting today, you can stop screwing yourself over and start taking back your life. Taking radical responsibility is the foundation of transformation. Most people are stuck because they believe their circumstances define them. They point fingers at the economy, their boss, their upbringing, their partner. But the truth is, the moment you decide to take ownership of your life, everything changes. Responsibility is power. When you say, this is my life and I created this result, good or bad, you're no longer a victim. You're in the driver's seat. The trap is believing life is happening to you, when in reality, life is happening for you. Every setback, every mistake, every challenge is feedback, not failure. If you can own the pain, you can also own the growth. The moment you shift from blame to responsibility, you unlock your ability to change. Because let's be honest, if it's always someone else's fault, then you have no control. But if it's on you, then you have the power to make new choices, to shift your habits, to rewrite the story. Responsibility isn't about guilt or shame. It's about freedom. It's about saying, I may not control everything that happens, but I control how I respond. And that choice, that one decision to take ownership, will separate the people who repeat the same cycles from the people who break through and create a new reality. Excuses, on the other hand, are the invisible prison walls that keep you from stepping into your potential. And here's the truth, excuses are seductive. They protect your ego, they make you feel safe, they justify why you're not where you want to be, but they also chain you to the same place year after year. Excuses are lies you tell yourself to avoid facing discomfort. You say you don't have time, but you spend hours scrolling. You say you don't have money, but you keep spending on things that don't serve your future. You say you're not ready, but when will you ever be ready? Excuses destroy momentum. They kill dreams silently because you don't even realize they've trapped you until it's too late. The key is awareness. Catch yourself in the moment you make an excuse and replace it with action. Don't say, I can't. Say, how can I? Don't say, I'll do it later. Say, I'll do it now. Every time you choose action over excuse, you reclaim power. Excuses are optional, but results are not. Success demands sacrifice, discipline, and persistence. If you're willing to give up excuses, you'll gain freedom. And once you build the habit of refusing excuses, you'll discover something powerful. You were never held back by the world, only by the limits you placed on yourself. Fear is the invisible hand that keeps more people stuck than any external obstacle ever could. It whispers lies about what's possible. It magnifies failure before it even happens. And it convinces you to play small when deep down you know you're built for more. But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is a signal. It's telling you you're on the edge of growth, on the edge of breaking through to a higher version of yourself. The problem isn't fear itself. The problem is letting fear drive the car. When you give fear the steering wheel, it will always take you down the road of regret. The way you break free is by training yourself to act in spite of fear. You don't wait until it disappears. You move while it's present, and by moving, you diminish its power. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's mastery of fear. Every time you step forward into the thing that scares you, you expand your capacity, you rewire your nervous system, and you build an identity of someone who doesn't run from challenge, but runs toward it. Fear will always show up, but you get to decide whether it controls your life or fuels your transformation. Decisions shape destiny. In every moment, you are one decision away from a completely different life. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. People underestimate the power of a single choice because they think it has to be monumental. But the reality is, every decision, what you eat, how you speak to yourself, who you spend time with, what you focus on, creates momentum. Tiny decisions compounded over time become the architecture of your reality. The danger is indecision. When you hesitate, when you put off the choice, you train yourself to stay stuck. And indecision is still a decision. a decision to let life happen to you instead of creating it. The secret is to decide quickly and commit fully. Even if you make the wrong choice, you gain clarity, experience, and the ability to adjust. Progress comes from action, not perfection. The universe doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards courage. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step with certainty. Once you decide your brain and your body align to make it happen, the boldest people you admire aren't necessarily the smartest or luckiest. They're the ones who decided and refused to back down. Decision is power, and when you harness it, you unlock your true potential. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. People think motivation will carry them, but motivation is fleeting. It's a spark. Discipline is the fire you keep burning when motivation fades. It's the decision to show up whether you feel like it or not. It's waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It's saying no to short-term pleasure so you can say yes to long-term fulfillment. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity as someone who follows through. Without discipline, dreams collapse under the weight of inconsistency. With discipline, even the most impossible goals become inevitable. Discipline is freedom, not restriction. It's the power to control your actions instead of being controlled by impulses, distractions, or emotions. If you want to transform your body, your business, your relationships, discipline is non-negotiable. Every great leader, athlete, entrepreneur, parent who has built something extraordinary did it because they mastered discipline. You can't control the weather, the economy, or the opinions of others, but you can control how disciplined you are in executing your vision. The quality of your life will always mirror the quality of your discipline. Resilience is the muscle that allows you to rise every time life knocks you down. You will fail, you will stumble, you will face rejection, heartbreak, disappointment, and pain. The question is not whether it will happen. The question is how you will respond. Resilience is the ability to turn setbacks into setups, to take the hit and come back stronger. Most people let failure define them. They say, I failed, so I must not be good enough. But the resilient say, I failed, so I learned, and now I'm better prepared. Resilience is forged in adversity. It's not built when life is easy. It's built in the gym of pain, challenge, and pressure. And just like a muscle, the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. The key to resilience is perspective. When you see problems as permanent, they crush you. When you see them as temporary and purposeful, they empower you. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? How is this pain shaping me for the next level of my life? Resilience is the reason some people keep going while others quit. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's resilience. The world doesn't belong to the people who never fall. It belongs to those who keep rising. If you cultivate resilience, you become unstoppable because no matter how many times life pushes you down, you always rise higher than before. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to act in spite of it. Fear will never disappear. It's wired into your biology to keep you safe. But most people let fear control them, shrink them, dictate their choices, and rob them of their potential. Courage is choosing growth over comfort. It's standing up when your knees are shaking. It's speaking truth when your voice trembles. It's making the call, launching the idea, walking into the unknown with nothing but faith in yourself. Courage is not about being fearless. It's about being fearful and still taking the step. Every breakthrough in your life is on the other side of courage. Think about it. The love you want, the business you dream of, the health you crave, all of it demands courage. People say, what if I fail? But what if you succeed? What if you unlock a life beyond your imagination? Courage is the habit of facing fear again and again until fear loses its power over you. Each time you choose courage, you expand your capacity, your confidence, your influence. History doesn't remember those who played it safe. It remembers those who dared. If you want to live fully, stop waiting to feel ready. Choose courage now. Focus is the ultimate power in a world built to distract you. Where focus goes, energy flows. Most people fail not because they don't have talent or resources, but because they scatter their attention across 1,000 meaningless pursuits. Focus is the discipline to cut away everything that doesn't serve your vision. It's saying no to the noise so you can say yes to your purpose. Focus magnifies results. It's the difference between sunlight and a laser. Sunlight warms, but a laser cuts through steel. When you concentrate your mind, time slows, clarity sharpens, and progress accelerates. Focus requires intention. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. Ask yourself daily, what is the single action today that moves me closer to my ultimate vision? Then protect that action like your life depends on it, because it does. Success is not built by doing everything, it's built by doing the right things consistently. The world will tempt you with distractions, social media, drama, excuses, opportunities that don't align, but champions stay locked on target. Focus is the secret weapon of greatness, the amplifier of discipline, the companion of courage. Master your focus and you master your destiny. Gratitude is the antidote to suffering, the shift that transforms scarcity into abundance. Most people live in a state of not enough money, not enough love, not enough success, and that mindset poisons their experience of life. Gratitude rewires your brain to see what's already working, to feel blessed instead of broken, to find strength instead of weakness. When you live in gratitude, you stop focusing on what's missing and start magnifying what's present. And here's the truth, whatever you focus on expands. Focus on problems and you'll find more problems. Focus on blessings and you'll find more blessings. Gratitude is not passive. It's a daily practice, a muscle that grows with repetition. It's waking up and saying, thank you for another breath, another chance, another moment to create. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It empowers you to face them with a full heart. Because when you feel grateful, fear loses power, stress dissolves, and solutions appear. The most successful people in the world, those who seem unstoppable, aren't driven by what they lack. They are fueled by gratitude for what they already have, which gives them the energy to keep pushing higher. Gratitude is the key that unlocks joy in the now while propelling you toward a greater future. Contribution is the deepest human need because success without significance is empty. You can achieve all the wealth, status, and recognition in the world, but if it ends with you, you'll still feel unfulfilled. True fulfillment comes when you shift from me to we, from accumulation to contribution. Contribution is about giving beyond yourself. Your time, your energy, your wisdom, your love. It's about lifting others while you climb. It's about making your life matter in the lives of others. The paradox is that when you contribute, you actually receive more in return, more joy, more meaning, more purpose. Contribution isn't limited to grand gestures. It's in the smile you give, the hand you extend, the words you speak that change someone's day. It's in the choice to serve when you don't have to. Contribution expands you because it pulls you out of your small world and connects you to something greater. When you contribute, you align with the essence of humanity, growth, and giving. That's why contribution is the ultimate success. It outlives you. It echoes through generations. It becomes your legacy. Contribution is the bridge between achievement and fulfillment. You want to feel truly alive. Give more. The secret to living is giving. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the path. It's feedback. It's life giving you information about what works and what doesn't. Yet most people are so terrified of failure that they never even begin. They let the fear of looking foolish, the fear of being judged, or the fear of falling short paralyze them into inaction. But listen, failure is the tuition you pay for mastery. Every time you fall, you gain knowledge, you gain resilience, you gain strength you would never have developed if everything worked out perfectly. The most successful individuals you admire, athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, they failed far more times than they succeeded. The difference is they didn't let failure define them, they used it to refine them. Failure becomes fuel when you interpret it as a stepping stone instead of a dead end. The pain of failure can either crush you or shape you, and that choice is entirely yours. You can sit in the ashes of your mistakes, or you can rise from them with new wisdom and clarity. The question isn't, will I fail? Because you will. The real question is, what will I do with that failure? Will you let it bury you, or will you let it build you? When you embrace failure as part of the game, you no longer fear it. You anticipate the lessons it brings. Legacy is the ultimate measure of a life well lived. Success, money, fame, those are temporary. They fade when you're gone. But legacy is what remains. It's the ripple effect of your actions, your words, your love, your contribution. Legacy is about asking yourself, what do I want my life to stand for? What will people remember when my name is spoken? Will they say you lived selfishly, or will they say you inspired? You lifted, you gave, you mattered. Legacy isn't built in one big moment. It's crafted in the daily choices you make. Every act of kindness, every risk you take, every lesson you pass on to the next generation, it's all part of the story you leave behind. Legacy is about living with intention, not drifting through life waiting for something to happen. It's about deciding right now that your life will be a gift to others, not just a pursuit of your own needs. When you live for legacy, you don't just think about success. You think about significance. You think about impact. You think about eternity. Legacy is proof that your time on this earth mattered, that you weren't just a consumer of oxygen, but a creator of change. And the truth is, you're writing your legacy every single day, whether you're aware of it or not. The question is, are you writing the story you want to be remembered for? You've got one life. Stop living it halfway. Stop letting fear, excuses, and self-sabotage rob you of the greatness you're capable of. The moment you take ownership, the moment you commit to changing your habits, the moment you decide enough is enough, that's the moment your life shifts. You're not broken, you're not behind, and you're not out of chances. You have everything you need to rise. So stop screwing yourself over and start building the life you were meant to live.